Abundance, 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 and gratitude to all. I want to tell all the so-called black men and the young black children, males that are growing up, I want you to know something. This is the most dangerous time for us as so-called black men. When we come into an era that with females, not only just females, but transgender and gay men can critique and tell heterosexual black men how they are living, how they should be living, what they should be doing, and what they lack in. When we have reached that level of ignorance that we are now being critiqued, heterosexual black men that are mentally strong are being critiqued by transgenders and homosexual men. This is a out fucking rage. This is dangerous. And I am so glad that this video breaks down the statistics and data of what these people are trying to pump. See, the LGBTQ and all these gay people and all these feminists, they're working for the government. They're working for the system. The system at this particular time, because the sun went from yellow to golden to white, emitting a whole new different frequency, it is going down. The system at this time want the black woman, the so-called black woman, and the so-called black man completely distant from one another. They don't want us together. They want you vulnerable because of what's getting ready to take place. They want you in these camps because they want your genetics, and you all don't see it. But let me play the video.
Everywhere I look, it is gay black men.
Straight black men are the cancer of the black community. Argue with your man. I've been saying for years on this show that black men need to have a conversation, black men alone. We have got to figure out what is going on with us. This is not something that black women can help us with. This conversation does not include black women. Black women, stand down and stand to the side. Black men need to have a kumbaya amongst themselves, and I'm gonna niche this out a little more. And it's heterosexual black men.
And what makes this conversation even more uncomfortable but necessary is this.
There is a conversation that needs to be had in-house amongst the straight black male collective. Black women are excelling in so many different areas. They've mobilized. They got their sister thing. They getting their degrees, getting themselves together.
They have all of that. Meanwhile, your children are dealing with dyslexia. Your children can barely read. They can barely formulate a sentence. They're not thinking for themselves. We're the number one in abortions. We're the number one that don't even breastfeed our children. Our children are not being medically evaluated or educated or taught by by their mother, by the so-called black woman. A whole nother species is doing that. Search up humans with animal DNA. Search up humans born with a tail. So-called black people don't have any animal DNA. So again, this what makes this so dangerous. You have gay, transgender men and feminist women working with the government to try to belittle so-called heterosexual black men. And the only thing they're bringing up is the fact that we are not successful in a world that was built off of our genocide. This is dangerous, people. Very dangerous.
And there is this, super toxic masculine push to be alpha males and to be leaders and want to be in charge of everything. And I say this with my whole chest. Want to be in charge of so much shit and want to be the head of the household and want you to respect them. And not all brothers, but many, the only thing they got on their damn resume is audacity. Ooh. That's it. Ain't got shit else to offer the world but and audacity. We start talking about issues that maim the black community and dead weight. numbers show it ain't the sisters.
They ain't gonna like you saying
I
that.
don't give a damn. It ain't the sisters. It ain't the gay boys.
Yeah, because that's
It ain't us.
Yes.
It's
So because society at this time is financially funding. Let me explain something to you. A heterosexual man can go into a job and a gay man can go into a job, and a heterosexual man can do the job 10 times better than the gay man. The gay man will be hired over the heterosexual man now. The gay man and the woman will be hired over the heterosexual straight man now. And now you want to talk about what we bring to the table in a world that was built off of our genocide, because the world is financially funding gay people. They're funding. This is set up to be this way.
not us.
Yeah.
The gay boys, we ain't the ones selling dope.
Here we go.
We ain't the ones in gangs.
Here we go.
We ain't the ones creating illegitimate children,
Here we
running
go.
around, creating broken homes. We ain't the ones battering and beating the women. It's not us.
Some gay are men who have sex with men, black men, frequently bash heterosexual black men online. They call them toxic, broken, or the problem, often in defense of black women. But here's the irony. The CDC and public health data show that men who have sex with men behavior is one of the main contributors to the HIV crisis among black women. So this isn't about shaming. This is about balance and accountability. You can't bash straight black men while ignoring the role of undisclosed MSM behavior, putting black women at risk. So now let's address the down low narrative. Black men who have sex with men but don't identify as gay or bisexual. Research shows that among men who have sex with men, about 20% identify as down low, but not all of them are black. And even when accounting for DL men, heterosexual black men still don't make up the overwhelming majority. That belongs to white men. So yes, the DL population exists, but no, it is not large enough to change the broader truth.
Want to protect black women? Stop sleeping with so many and giving all of them herpes. And then, want to protect black women? Stop sleeping with so many and giving all of them herpes. Dad of two by two women. Have you ever been married?
I haven't.
Never married. All right, what kind of woman you looking for now, Christopher?
We discussed this before.
I don't remember.
I was on your show in February, so I am looking for a man.
Real quick, are you bisexual? Is that what we call it?
Not anymore. I told you before that really didn't matter. Females mostly hit me up. Females would still try to talk. Females are going to be the ones to reach out to me. And it was like out of maybe 1,000 follows and messages and all that, maybe 10 were dudes and the rest were females.
So, are you open to females or is it men only?
Men only.
Okay, so you're saying 990 ladies reached out to you, and only 10 men reached out to you.
Yeah.
And you said on that live that you wanted men only too?
I did.
Now tell me that ain't some deep shit. He clearly stated that I'm gay and I only want men, and 900 women reached out to him and only 10 males. This is fucking dangerous.
Wow, the ladies still reached out to you.
Yeah.
It's a man shortage, child. They trying to get a man, child.
Ms. Ware, you claim that after one night of passion with the defendant, you ended up pregnant, but he is now denying paternity of your 3-year-old son, Ayante.
We would hang out with each other, long talks. This is my gay best friend,
Oh, your gay best friend?
Yes.
And at that time, Mr. Wilson, you were dating men?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were dating other people at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I was bored. I was home alone, I was like, you want to come over, get him some drinks, hold up and chill with Netflix or something. And
When you do your neck like that, that means you up to something.
Yes.
Okay. That's why you said it.
We got to drinking, watching little movies or whatever, and I ain't gonna lie, I made a move, and he didn't push me away, so that was my reassurance. Okay, maybe he want this too.
So wait, now, when did you start even liking him?
I liked him from day one. I'm confident about myself. You know, he might think he's gay or whatever. You know, that's why I'm thinking to myself, he think he's gay. You know, but he ain't met me.
So you had been plotting on this all the time, but you were waiting for the time to make your move.
Yes, ma'am.
So you really had your eyes on your gay best friend. This is the guy you really wanted.
Yes, ma'am.
She kind of seduced me. You know, we started drinking. I got intoxicated. One thing led to another.
She seduced you how?
Basically, after she got me drunk, she kind of started filling up on me and stuff.
So this is basically the story of Lot and his daughters in the Bible, where they got him drunk. His daughters got him drunk and then seduced him and wanted to have sex with him. This is sick, people. Diabolical.
And then, you know, it went from oral, then it just went from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I asked the question. So, Miss Ware, you had your plan all mapped out.
Yes, ma'am.
You ain't no shame in your game, huh?
No, ma'am.
And I do understand that many black women are understandably concerned. Some unknowingly enter relationships with men who hide their same-sex activity, which absolutely poses a public health risk. Which is why statistically, black women are more affected by HIV than any other female group. But here's what's rarely acknowledged. The majority of black LGBTQ plus individuals are women, especially bisexual women. So, black women aren't just impacted by the HIV crisis, they're also a significant part of the equation. We can't have an honest conversation if we're only blaming one group.
Black women, your sex is very expensive. It's very costly.
Now, listen to how he delivers this lie. And then watch how the truth combats it, because this is where we're in. We are in an era where feelings, personal feelings, override logic and reasoning and emotional intelligence. So everyone is playing on your feelings now. And those that can't think and those that are not reading and doing their own individual research are going to fall for this type of manipulation. This is another gay man telling black women a French toast lie.
Do you understand that 60% of these black men are not wearing condoms? Do you understand that many of these black men are DL? Do you understand that many of these men who go into jail at a 20% STI rate come out of jail at an 80% STI rate? And that when you sleep with someone, you're sleeping with everybody in the community. Black women represent more than 50% of all HIV cases among women. Your sex is expensive. Do you understand that 60% of these black men are not wearing condoms?
Now let's directly address a claim that was made, that 60% of black men don't use condoms. The first question we have to ask is simple. Where is the data for that claim? Because when we actually go to official data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the numbers tell a completely different story. According to the CDC's National Center for Health Statistics, in a report titled Unmarried Men's Contraceptive Use at Recent Sexual Intercourse, United States 2011 to 2015, published in August 2017, researchers used data from the National Survey of Family Growth to examine condom use across racial groups. And what they found directly contradicts that claim. Approximately 54.3% of non-Hispanic black men reported using a condom at their last sexual encounter. That is higher than non-Hispanic white men at 44.2% and higher than Hispanic men at 42.1%. So not only is the claim that black men don't use condoms unsupported, the actual data shows that black men are the most likely to use condoms among the major racial groups in that data set. Now, when you break it down even further, it becomes even more clear. The CDC also found that condom use is highest among younger men, especially those between the ages of 15 and 19, where usage rates reach approximately 75%. So when you combine those two facts, what you're really looking at is this. Young black men are among the highest condom users in the country. And this isn't just one isolated finding. The CDC also reported that a higher percentage of unmarried non-Hispanic black men use the male condom compared to Hispanic and non-Hispanic white men overall. When we rely on actual CDC data, the narrative that black men are uniquely irresponsible when it comes to condom use is simply not supported. In fact, the data shows the opposite.
So if he is claiming, or if anybody else is claiming, that black men uniquely refuse condoms, they need to provide evidence for that claim, because the data we actually have does not support that narrative.
Do you understand that many of these black men are DL?
When researchers actually studied this narrative, they found the opposite of what social media and this guy suggested. Research shows that among men who have sex with men, about 20% identify as down low, but not all of them are black. And even when accounting for DL men, heterosexual black men still don't make up the overwhelming majority. That belongs to white men. So yes, the DL population exists, but no, it is not large enough to change the broader truth. And that doesn't even address the fact that there are more LGBTQ black women than LGBTQ black men. And you can find this information on the Williams Institute.
On behalf of the American Medical Association and our Minority Affairs Section and Advisory Committee on LGBTQ issues, welcome everybody and good evening. I'm Dr. Leanne Roberts, a member of the AMA Advisory Committee on LGBTQ issues, where I serve as the GLAMA representative. And in the past, I've served as the medical student section for the AMA. I practice obstetrics and gynecology in the Quad Cities, serving patients on the Illinois and Iowa border. I'm pleased to be joining you and our speakers today as we explore the intersection of race, sexual orientation, and gender identity. To lead our discussion, I'm pleased to introduce our panelists. Bianca Wilson, PhD, is the Rabbi Zaki Senior Scholar of Public Policy at the UCLA School of Law's Williams Institute. With that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Wilson.
Thank you, Dr. Roberts, for the introduction and for the AMA for the invitation to present to you all. So I'm pleased to present today just a very brief overview of a report that we finished just this year on Black LGBT adults in the U.S. Again, I work at the Williams Institute, which is an LGBT law and public policy research center that really has kind of filled the role of providing demographics and other type of large scale survey data often, but we also do some qualitative studies as well. One of the things we identified, and here we primarily use data from the Gallup daily tracking poll across pulled several years of data together. And from that, we get an estimate that there are approximately more than 1.2 million adults in the U.S. that identify as both Black and as LGBT.
According to the Williams Institute at UCLA, about 1.2 million Black adults in the United States identify as LGBTQ+. Of those, 61% are Black women and 39% are Black men. That means Black LGBTQ+ women outnumber Black LGBTQ Black men by nearly 300,000.
Can't get mad at statistics and data. All the people with your personal feelings that's working hand in hand with this beast system, this dark system, continue to do what you do. The sun went from yellow to golden to white. Continue to play hand in hand with the beast. This is going to be a hell of a awakening. My brothers, listen to me, my brothers and my young starseed males. We are under attack. We have been under attack, but we have this right now, and it's an all-out attack on heterosexual, strong Black men. They want the Black woman to be completely vulnerable. So when this shit hit the fan, panic is going to set in, and she's going to go to those camps, and they're going to isolate her ass, and they're going to extract her DNA from her at will. Call it what you want. Get mad at me all you want. Don't get mad at statistics and data. All the people gay Black men on the low, this, that, and the third. No, that's white men. That's Asian men. That's Arab men. That's the pink skinned men that they trying to merge in with us. The Black man ain't never practice no bullshit like that. I'm not saying it's not a broken clock in our community that tells the right time twice a day, but as a whole, the so-called Black man don't even play that game. And I know that for a fact. No matter how much drugs that they try to put us on, no matter how much they try to make us feel less of a man, the strong will survive. And that's the problem. They want to get rid of the strong ones because the strong ones know moving forward, we ain't going to no camps. We not falling for none of that shit. The system is failing. It is falling. And they want us at our necks. They want us separated so she can be vulnerable. This is no different than slavery. Here we go. But this is the last hoorah. Brothers, we are under attack. When you have homosexual people, transgenders, and even our mothers are now critiquing us with the eyes of a complex self. This is dangerous. And I love you, brothers. Abundance and gratitude to all.